This video is sponsored by NordVPN. It's the finale. It's the finale. It's the final episode of potting my way through the Great Canadian Throwdown. Last week I made a freaking fountain. So let's get into this week's challenge.
This is your final main make challenge. And you are going out with a party, a tea party.
I was so excited about the challenge this week because guys, this is coming full circle. I don't know if you've been with me this long, but this challenge, making a tea set, was the exact first challenge of my first ever throwdown video. That was January of 2023. That was over a year ago. And just like in that project, I am going to take inspiration from my garden. This is a new clay that I'm using, and I gotta say I'm digging it. I was worried it would be too soft, but this part always freaks me out. Oh God. Ooh, this clay is soft. Good thing is I'm planning on altering everything anyway, so maybe this clay is better to throw on bats. I get asked fairly often how to make multiples, like how to make many pieces the same. And the trick pretty much is to measure. It's a little tedious. So when I'm designing something new, I make sure that I grab a bunch of balls of clay that are the same weight. So number one, you have to weigh your clay. And then like now when I'm completely coming up with this piece on the fly, I just make one, decide if it's good, if it's the shape that I want, and then I'll just measure it. So this is 8 centimeters high, and then I'll kind of eyeball the width measurement here. So here, that's about 9 centimeters wide, and then the lip is 6.5. So 8, 9, 6.5. And then you either write it down or try and remember. These are gonna get a lot of altering, but I want to make them like very delicate, tiny little cups. Like these are almost like a traditional English teacup. I want them to be small and precious. So they're gonna be little cups. really did this wrong. I don't know. I wanted to like flare out at the bottom so it's stable, but I didn't really know how to push that out. So I might just have to trim it. Should we do a swirl? It's something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to do right now. Just realized I should have just thrown that kickstand upside down. Pretty sure that's how you're supposed to throw a kickstand. It took me about an hour and a half to throw all of that. We have plenty of time to do the alterations. What I'm going to do now is, while the pieces are still wet, some of them I need to alter quite dramatically, and it's best to do that when they're quite wet still. Then tomorrow I'm going to go back in and do the little details. If this is the first throwdown video of mine that you've watched, because I don't have a drying room, I have to split the first chunk into 2 days. So I'm gonna pause the timer, and then tomorrow we're gonna go back in and do the trimming, all the stuff that they're able to do in 1 day in this show. I can't, because they have this magical drying room that I just don't. I'm just a home potter. I'm really happy with this. I think it's 17 items in total that I needed to throw, and I did a few duplicates, particularly the teapot pieces, because I don't feel so confident of my teapot skills. I have thrown a few teapots on this channel before, but it's not something that I make regularly. Cups and mugs and stuff I'm making all the time, but teapots is still, they're just tricky, you know? Like, no matter how many you make, it's still gonna be a little bit trickier. Maybe not if you're Florian Gadsby. Let's take a little break to talk about today's sponsor, NordVPN. I was super excited when NordVPN reached out to me because I've actually been using them for 2 years already. One of the most common questions I get asked is, how do I access the UK Throwdown or the Canadian Throwdown when I live here in Germany? Well, the answer is NordVPN. Not only does NordVPN let me watch my shows, but it also keeps me safe. We all like to think we're smarter than clicking on a bad link, but these scammers are getting really good. So to avoid losing my stuff, I use NordVPN because it is specifically made to deal with these kinds of threats. And if you get it today using the link nordvpn.com/pottery, you'll get 4 extra months off a 2-year plan. You can use it on 6 devices as once. All it takes is a simple click to get started. Now, if you're worried about getting it set up, like you don't think that you're a computer person, trust me, I am also absolutely not a computer person, but they made it really user-friendly, and trust me, it's easy to set up. So if this is something you're interested in, just click the link down below and instantly connect with anywhere in the world. Thank you, NordVPN, for making this video possible. Now let's get back to our tea set. I'm gonna call it quits for today. I've flipped everything that I can flip, and the things that I can't flip, I put on a plaster bat so that the bottoms can dry out. Maybe I should have trimmed this before I put these petals on. I wanted to attach them when the teapot was still really, really wet, so they really fuse with it and I can smooth them out. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop the timer now. Ooh, oopsies, how did I do this? There. We've got 6 hours left for tomorrow, but we got a lot to do. We gotta trim, we gotta handle, and we gotta alter. And we gotta attach these guys. See that? done. I feel like I really wasn't narrating this make at all, and I like wasn't checking in at all, but honestly, this project, I feel like it came from my heart. I mean, all my projects come from my heart, but like this is a really special one for me. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I just really love every single one of these pieces. My little frog, come on. And this teapot, I know this is like way more feminine than the work I normally make, but this is probably like the most beautiful thing I've ever made. Except there's dog hair on it. I'm so friggin' proud of myself. Like, even these little, they just feel so nice. They feel so nice. Like, hello? It's so cute. Oh, I'm exhausted though. Like potting for, what was it, 4.5 hours straight? That was intense. Like, are you kidding me? I'm like super nervous now because I want every single one of these pieces to work out. I'm like super, I normally have a very realistic view that sometimes things crack, sometimes things don't work out, but I will be legit heartbroken if some of these pieces don't survive. If any of these pieces don't survive, I will be legit heartbroken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let everything slow dry. It's fairly humid in my studio, so if you are in a less humid studio, you might just cover everything with plastic for 24 hours. I'll just cover everything with cloth, and then I'll uncover them tomorrow, let them slow dry, and pray to the kiln gods more than I have ever prayed before. I really want these to turn out. And I'm so excited to show you what I have in mind for glazing because it's gonna be cute. I'm gonna go take a bath now. Was inspired by this combination of colors here. Thinking I would want to paint this like flower colors, but I've actually never used this glaze before, so I'm a little hesitant to use it on such a big piece first. I always tell people, make samples, make samples. I'm gonna use this for details. I think what I'd like to do is paint the saucers blue like this, and the cups green. So they'll sort of look less like flowers and more like leaves. And obviously the frog needs to be green, but should I paint this whole top thing green so it will look like a lily pad? Like this should be blue, I think. And then what about this? I feel like I need one other pink detail. Please send a prayer to the kiln gods for me. Are you kidding me? How sweet is this set? Like, this to me is like the perfect little cup. It's a little guy, he's a little cup, But my goodness, what do you guys think? I'm obsessed with this teapot. What a beauty. My cake stand. And oh my God, my frog. Look how cool he is. All my lids fit perfectly. I mean, if I do say so myself, like there's not even a rattle on here. And then my favorite, this is so unbelievably sweet. I'm unsure about the pink. Like I like it, but do I love it? I don't know. But I love this. I'm super, super happy with the results of this. Like, I really love how some pieces are really shiny, some pieces are like heavily, heavily glossy, and then how it looks against the mat. That just looks so nice. I want to make a bunch of frogs now, just like independent of the lid, or should I make lidded jars with a little animal on the top? I love my little frog, and I think this glaze is just perfect for that. I'm really, really happy with the results of this. It's honestly exactly what I had in my head. It's perfect. What an amazing way to end this throwdown series. Like, it's really nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you liked this series. Next, we're going to go back to regularly scheduled programming. Honestly, no idea what's coming up next, but I'm really excited to do it. I'm really excited to make more videos for you guys, so I'll see you then. Bye, friends.